Well, the share market went up 0.5%, which is not what you'd call a rebound after 4 consecutive falls totalling 4%. Medibank Private fell about 4% after APRA whacked it with a demand to set aside $250 million as insurance against cybercrime after its big data breach last year in which 10 million customer records were stolen. Medibank says it's got the money and will be fine, but a shiver would have travelled up the spines of other insurance companies and banks. That's 25% of capital, and not many of them have that sort of money sitting around. And the owner of KFC outlets Collins Foods jumped 17% after a zinger of an annual result. The ASX 200 index is right back to where it was in the days before the COVID crash of 2020. Share prices fell in New York last night but went up in Shanghai and Hong Kong today. Small moves on commodity markets, gold and iron ore down a bit, oil and copper up. And the Australian dollar has popped back above 67 US cents. Slightly old news, but the New Zealand economy has had a recession with 2 consecutive quarters of falling GDP. But it's only a wee one, 0.1% and 0.7% contractions, which many think might be a preview of Australia's economic fate this year. But their cash rate is 5.5%. Ours is just 4.1%. And in unrelated news, the price of kiwi fruits has collapsed. They're mostly grown in Victoria, not across the ditch, and used to be called Chinese gooseberries until 1974, when the New Zealand government officially changed the name to kiwi fruit because Chinese gooseberries weren't doing well with American consumers. And they look a bit like the New Zealand little brown bird. And that's finance.